Paddy's review of the last 16 Euro 2020 games, starting on Saturday. The first match, Wales and Denmark. Wales started the match well. The first 15 minutes they had chances, but after that Denmark came on top. They started to pass the ball around and they created some good chances. Dahlberg scored two brilliant goals, two brilliant finishes. Um, the difference between Denmark and Wales was that Denmark have someone that can score goals, whereas Wales don't. Um, a brilliant performance by Braithwaite. I thought his hold up play in this match was outstanding. And Denmark are playing on the emotion of Ericsson. Like that's their motivation, that's their encouragement, their ambition to win it because of him. So and everybody's supporting Denmark now. You know, they're jumping on the bandwagon with Denmark. So I think everybody is up for Denmark now. But for Wales, they just lacked a bit of quality. Especially in front of goal. They didn't get the ball enough to the likes of James or Bale. Like they didn't get enough of the possession in the middle of the park. So you're always fighting a hard battle and you're trying to defend all the time. The second match on Saturday, Italy, Austria. Nobody gave Austria a chance before the match, and Austria played really well. They created some good chances, and I was surprised how poor Italy were. I thought that was the worst performance of the campaign so far. But it went to extra time because they were lucky that the VAR goal that Austria scored was ruled out. But in extra time, Mancini worked his magic again as he made two substitutions and brought on Chiesa and Piscina, and they done enough to win the match. You know, when you look at Italy, you know, it's not about the performances at this stage. It's just about winning and staying in the competition, and that's all Mancini is worried about. So, you know, that's the important thing. If you don't play well, just to keep winning, keep in the competition. And I think Italy will get better as it goes on. But if a tough match next against Belgium, that you'd be interested. That'll show where they're really at, to be honest. But Austria could be happy the way they play because they showed a lot of fight, character, and they fed it really well. So they should be happy with the performance. On Sunday, first up, Holland and Czech Republic. In the first half, Czech were the better team. They created some good chances, but it took a handball decision the second half for Czech to come on top. You know, I don't know what the Ligt was doing, to be honest. I know people say it's harsh, but it was clumsy. When you do something like that, you do run the risk of getting sent off, especially the way the rules are now at handball. And after that, Czech were on top. Your man Schick does it again. He's been brilliant for Czech in the Euro so far. He's scored some brilliant goals for them. And I think that was the difference between Holland and Czech Republic. Holland don't have an out-and-out striker. They have Memphis, but he's more of a winger slash striker. They don't have someone that can score loads of goals the way the likes of Czech Republic can or Belgium. So that's where Holland fell short, I think. And also when you miss Van Dijk, you know, the leader of him, you know, so like whereas last year he would have been playing. So, you know, that's where they miss the Euros been a year later, to be honest. The second match on Sunday, Belgium Portugal. It was a heavyweight clash in the first half. Wasn't much in it to be, but what a finish by Thorgan Hazard. Like everybody used to say, oh, he's only Eden Hazard's little brother, but he's turned into an excellent footballer. And the second half, when De Bruyne went off for injury, be interested to see where he's alright for the next match. But Portugal came on top. They had some great chances. They hit the post, you know, and they were the better side. And Bruno Fernandes and Joe Felix made a difference when they come on the pitch. But he just didn't get the ball to Ronaldo enough in the game. And, you know, when they had the chance, they didn't take them. You know, you have to be clinical when you get a chance. And that's where Portugal missed out, to be honest. I think Ronaldo will be disappointed that they didn't win the match. It'd be interesting to see where he's still around when the World Cup comes around next year, or where he's had enough of international football. On Monday, this was probably the best two games of the Euro so far. First up, Spain and Croatia. You know, Croatia made it to the final of the World Cup in 18, and Spain have won the Euros back in 2012. So you thought, oh, this could be a good match. It started with a moment of craziness when Spain, or when Croatia went ahead, and then Spain came back into it, and they were the better team. Ferran Torres scored a goal, got an assist. He's a good player. He has a great potential ahead of him. But everybody thought, 3-1, game is over. But Croatia, fair play to them, came back into it. Modric was pulling the strings. Like, he's been a brilliant player, one of the best midfielders in the modern era. But it just goes to show Spain have won at the back. Laporte, he's not great in the air. So that's how Croatia got back into it. 3-all in extra time. Spain pulled away again. I was delighted Morata scored a goal because he deserved the goal. His performance of the match was outstanding. So I think Spain just edged it in the overall context of the match. But they are vulnerable at the back, and they need to sort that out going forward in the tournament. But for Croatia, if Modric, if that's his last game, what a player for Croatia. What a career he's had in international football. Look at 2018 when he was the best player in the tournament. I think he's one of the best midfielders that's played in the modern era, in my opinion. Second match on Monday night, France and Switzerland. And like Italy, Austria, nobody gave Switzerland a chance. And the first half, France weren't at it, and Switzerland played really well. They scored a great goal, a great header by Severovic. At half time, it was a well deserved lead for Switzerland. Second half, they came back out and they missed the penalty. And I think that was probably the best thing that ever happened to France because it woke them up. Benzema scored 2 goals. Pogba scored a worldie. And you thought, the match is over because Pogba was starting to pass the ball around really well. But a bit like Spain, France were vulnerable at the back. And fair play to Switzerland. They never gave up. They kept going. Another great header by Severovic. And they scored a goal in injury time to bring it into extra time. And then when it got the panels, you just don't know panels. A lot of people say, taking a penalty is a skill, but there is a lot of luck involved. And it came down to the final penalty, and I said when Mbappe was walking up, his body language didn't look like he was going to score, and I was right, he missed it. So I was delighted Switzerland got through because I think they deserved it on the overall context of the match. And then on Monday, or Tuesday, I should say, England were playing Germany. The first half, England played well. They had a lot of set pieces. Maguire had a few chances. I do think England are a lot more solid at the back when Maguire plays. The only chance that Germany really had in the first half was when Timo Werner was through on goal. Everybody knows he needs 3 or 4 chances to score. But the second half, England came on top. Brilliant cross by Luke Shaw for Raheem Sterling's goal. Luke Shaw is playing out of skin this season and he's been outstanding for not just United but for England as well. But in the midfield, I thought they controlled. I thought Phillips was excellent again. I thought he played well. And then Kane finally scores a goal. The confidence that Kane will get out of that will be huge. And I think he'll probably get better as the tournament goes on. You wouldn't be surprised now if he scores a few goals the next game. And then Sweden, Ukraine, wasn't a great match. The first half was good because Ukraine scored. Great goal with Shevchenko. He has a point to prove out of the Champions League final with City. And then Sweden came back into it. Forsberg, he was Sweden's best player in the tournament so far. With the second half, both teams were accepting a draw. And it went to extra time. The first half of extra time, your man Dan Nielsen, it was a bad foul. I know he got the ball, but the follow through was poor. So it was the right decision to get sent off. And then Ukraine came on top after this. And they started to go forward in the second half. And Shevchenko put in a beautiful cross for Ukraine's winner. So it wasn't a great match. There was a lot of stoppages, a lot of injuries. But, someone had to win. And Ukraine took advantage of the extra player. So I hope you enjoyed the last 16 action. Thank you.